And welcome back to some more of New Giren's Ambition with me, PolarDash. Where last time we did, actually we did none of this stuff. We did like everything else, not New York, like all this Europe stuff. We got enemy flyers out here, trying to breach into our Odessa. So we got guys about to fuck them, fuck their mission. So I'm not liking the fact that there's 4 out here, 4 fly mantas. That last one might survive. That'd be shitty. Actually, what's this? Wait. You get in the stacks. You shoot something. I saw you. I saw you were about to slack off. Here we go. You can't shoot 2 hexes away. I thought you were doing your job. But I saw. You weren't about to shoot anything that turn. You were about to be a slacker. Change that. Okay, and the Desert Rommel still holding the Suez. For whatever reason. I feel that these 2 cities are important, so we're gonna hold them. I don't remember why. But back then PolarDash knew. So we're gonna trust back then PolarDash that holding these cities is important. Actually, I can probably explain why those 2 cities are important. Now that I hit the topic. Like, it's important. Like, I know it, but it's, how do I explain it? In a concise and less than 3-minute mark manner, I can't. But I want to. So, like, these, well, what do you call it? Like, the enemy, the Federation, they got a production facility in Kilimanjaro, which they seem to be using to pump guys up into Odessa out here. And apparently from India, too, out here. Because I see all these big trays, and they're rolling them out. It's annoying. I'm not sure if it's in response for me having these 2 cities. That'd be kind of lame, because then I have no reason to hold it. But I believe they're just going to keep rolling guys out of these 2 places to do what they're doing here. And if I don't have those two cities, the only other place I can defend from for my southern border is this place. Where's this? Istanbul. And Istanbul is half surrounded by water, which makes like maneuvering guys into the defense harder. It'd be hard to like align up my dudes to defend the south when the south is mostly water. So like having these 2 cities as a buffer to my southern border of Odessa helps me hold Odessa better. Does that make sense? At least that's what I think I'm doing. But that's why it's also important to hold this I think it's important to hold this center hex, because if the enemy just sits on it, then I get the Istanbul problem where there's like water and I can't cross it. At least with this, I can like maneuver guys in and out here to help hold each other. Support each other. I think that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. There. But okay, but that's not what we're doing now. We are doing this. And I've done some clicking around to see what guys are in range to get into New York. And a lot of my guys are. The West is kind of complicated. So is the East. And so is the North. Everything's complicated. It's complicated because, well, the gun tank 2s here is complicating things a lot. This stack is a deliberate fuck you by General Revel. By keeping a stack of gun tank 2s here, we can't cross into Odessa, or we can't cross into New York from the west on foot, on bipedal legs, or tracks, or whatever form of ground travel, ground movement We have to go from the air. Because we can't get around these gun tank 2s because of the Great Lakes here. And also because they got a zone of control here with the Dinosaur Goes and the gun tank 2s. So it's going to take 2 turns to get from here to stand on here and then to get in here. So they have to go around. Which means we need to fly because we can't cross the Great Lakes on foot. This is a douchey move. General Revel's a douchebag. That's that. We can capture Chicago this turn. Someone's gonna do that. But so what's gonna have to happen in the west is all our guys on all of our guys on Donais can make it into New York. That's no problem. The problem is obviously those guys that are not on Donai. And we have some fat uncles in the air that can help them maneuver into New York this turn. So we're gonna have to like organize. We're gonna have to prioritize what we want to put into the fat uncles so that they can be used in the combat rounds of this turn for New York. Because the interior battles and the world map battles, they happen separately, and in one world map turn you get 5 turns worth of battle in like interior maps once battle commences in here. Once you got your units and enemy units in one map, then you gotta go through 5 rounds. Pain in the ass. So right, that's what's happening in the west, and we also are gonna need to leave something powerful outside. Most likely the guys that have no way of reaching New York this turn to deal with the gun tank 2s. Most likely, like maybe like Dozel, maybe. We got the Black Tri-Stars out here in the west, but I think they're gonna go in the east, which is I guess what I'm gonna be getting into explaining. The east, we got some guys still maneuvering toward this New York campaign from the Atlantic. Some of these guys can reach New York this turn. And those guys that can't, we might be able to do some fat uncle finagling to get them there. Maybe. We got Nimbus out here who managed to escape alive from his suicide mission. I don't know where he went. There he is. But he's going to be going back into New York this turn. Much as he doesn't want to. As much as he won't admit he doesn't want to. We need to put him in a fat uncle. Like this one. Right, this fat uncle is not full. Actually, no, it's not. Herderu is 2 spaces, so 5. So right, so I got 2 more spaces that I can use in here. Something can get in there. I also got this. But really, I got all my Zaku cannons here. But what I want coming in from the east are not too many long-range guys, I think. Because the eastern portion of this map is water, is all water. And that means that all the guys that are going to be bringing from the east needs to fly, obviously. And although my Zaku cannon on Dodai are easy access, they can sit in the east, no problem this turn. They're gonna have to be out here for 5 rounds of combat. Over the water. And last until the next round. Until the next turn. Because I was stupid and decided not to bring amphibious guys with me at the start of this campaign. It's dumb. Norris, who has a platoon of ACK guys coming in, and I guess Zigaks or whatever. No, just ACK guys on flyers. Got some Zaku Marines here. Where am I? Like, oh, this is my. No. Where am I? Oh, these are my Zigaks. Right, these are my Zigaks. Anyway, so right, Norris is gonna take him another turn to get to Odessa or to New York, which means, right, I can't capture the strategic points over the water because we need to get things on the water surface to capture them. Flyers can't capture points. I forgot. So right, so that brings me back to why I don't want too many long range guys here, is because within those 5 turns, I'm pretty sure all these Deprogs and all these Flymances and all these faggots are gonna be like humping my Dodai riding mobile suits, like point blank, and Zaku Cannon don't do well, point blank. So we're gonna need like just meaty, lots of hit point dudes to tank the Deprogs and the Federation fighters. We might want some Zaku Cannon to add additional firepower, but we don't want to bring too much. Their mission is to just hold the water, control space, control the airspace over the coast. Right. Whereas, you know, on the west, we're just gonna need guys. I mean, we can obviously use flyers across all these mountains, but we can also bring ground guys in here that can traverse mountain hexes, like Desert Zaku and Zaku 2Js. Right, so that's the east. The north, I realized that the Cyclops team and this stack, and I think this stack, yeah, they can't reach New York this turn, which sucks. This stack can. The Herderboos can. Here. What if this Herderboo transforms? No, they can't. They can't reach this turn. So I got a fat uncle here. I think I could bring the Cyclops team in if I use these fat uncles. This one Herderboo might be sitting out this turn. It's really, the north is really, what do I want to fit in these fat uncle, in this one fat uncle, so that I can bring the contents into New York. What do I want to bring into New York up here this turn? Of this, you know, out of this stack, and what's inside the fat uncle already is the north. And that's it. So what do I start with? I guess I start in the west. See what we can get up here. My west guys, I think, are going to be the dudes that are going to be blitzing to the center. Maybe, depending on how it plays out. Because the guys in the kind of rethinking my strategy now. Like, do I really need to sit around and capture these points? Why don't I just take my water guys and just freaking send them over here? See, I got a good feeling if I try to do that, they're just gonna circle around, and I just don't like leaving uncaptured points for the Federation to use to what do you call it? What's that word? To exploit our rear flank. our undefended rear flank, because we can't capture these. If I were to push my guys away, my guys here. I guess it's gonna depend on how far the guys in the west can go. If it looks like my guys in the east are better used supporting the guys blitzkrieging from the west, I might do it. But my guys in the west just chilling up here is not going to serve them any good purpose, because we got gun tanks and Gundams, which are going to be coming in from the south. And we want to take these. We want to use the terrain to our advantage, because the gun tanks can't cross mountains very easily. So we want to get our mobile suits across the mountains as quickly as possible. I hope these stationary guns don't prove to be a pain in the ass. We need to remove these quickly, and then just get our face into the center flag and capture it as quickly as we can, because going into too many turns will just have them consistently spawning, and that'd be lame. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove these Zaku cannon. Before I do that, what do you think is the best place to enter from? The east or the northeast? Like, what if I capture this? Maybe I should get a group ready to capture this. They got gun tank 2s up here. These are, there's no mountains here. Oh, there's, nope. Oh. What's this? Maybe I'll, yeah, you know what, maybe having a platoon or two coming in from the northeast might not be a bad idea to see if they can capture this. I might not want to divide my guys. Whatever. I might do it anyway. I might send a stack of Desert Zaku to do that. But first, okay, now that I got that sorted out, first we're gonna launch our Zaku cannon in. Okay. Now I think we'll need one stack of Zaku cannon in there. Now, so I got goof bees. And the herder boo. I have a cool idea. Ah, Clamp is here too. And this thing is over the water. I can't just jettison guys out. Oh, that sucks. I can't just have them sit on the square. They have to either enter or not. I guess I can't do that. I was hoping I can just leave them. I can, for right now, just keep them there. You know, have them on standby, and then put Mambarel on a Dodai, and then fly him into the Fat Uncle, and then drop them into New York. That way, my morale will start on a goof in the combat round, and that'd be cool. I can't do that. That sucks. Which means that we're gonna be wasting space in this unless I bring guys from the ocean, which I can. Look at these look guns. Some of these dops. I got the Zilla top thingies. These are Zaku cannon. I can actually send them out. Let's drop a stack of Zaku cannon in here. Air support might be good for our guys. They're gonna be approaching on foot. Okay, so with that free, oh actually, let's do that Genius here too, and let's add some friend. Atoms are large. Yeah. Alright. Go. This atom though, this atom can go anywhere. This atom can scan. It's gonna scan. Awesome. Do I want all my atoms over the water? You know, maybe this atom could go from this spot with something else. These two can harass from the northeast. Or do I want to keep my atoms focused? Or maybe I want them from I want to use them in the northwest. So, no, that's fine. You're okay there. Okay. And then I think it would be more important to bring. Do I have anything that needs to be scanned out here? Oh, they started like 3 hexes up. Oh, okay, at least. Alright, the gun tank 2s aren't in range. That's all I care about. Right, them being right next to the, whatever these things were called, the fish eyes, don't matter. They can't shoot into the air. I want some look guns. Probably. We're just scanning stuff. Scanning stuff is good. But we're also gonna need things to like defend the look guns. We don't have a whole lot of space to use, but they're gonna be surrounding us. Alright, let's empty more of this. Where do I want this stack of Zaku cannon? Oh, this stack of Zaku cannon. Can you reach? No. Oh, but you can reach. You can reach this. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah. Okay. And then you guys. Coming from here. Yes. Okay. Which means I want you guys here. And you guys there. So that's actually a stack of 6 right there. Zaku cannon. Or stack of 3 on Dodai. So Zaku cannon can also traverse mountains. Maybe I don't need all those Dodai. Alright, taking that into consideration, I might want to, at the beginning of the combat round, take all the guys that can traverse on the mountains off the Dodai, and then give them to Zakutu Seas or something. By bringing a bunch of Zakutu Seas in, there's a stack. From on these thingers, on the fat uncles. I think these were, yeah. I had aces in here that we're gonna switch to the Zakutu Fs. But if they're gonna switch, if they're gonna get on the Dodai, maybe I should just leave them on Zakutu Cs, because Zakutu Cs, I believe, have more armor. Yeah, they got 10 more armor. Barry. Oh, Barry needs a freaking, what's that thing? That thing. Herder Boo. Fuck. That's more shit I gotta think about. Either way, we emptied this of dudes, so we can use this for stuff. Like Nimbus. Nimbus, you get in there and cry. Got this too. Someone needs to kill this turn. I am so not liking this at all. This is ridiculous. Jabra must be humongous. Actually, not really. What am I looking at Jabro for? I just noticed that Jabro is like, you know, it's the what's it called? The collection of hexes that makes this big hexes big. Unlike, you know, other capture points. Anyway, I don't particularly like where the hell you are. Can you, like, run away? Where can you go, though? You can go... Oh, you can... Oh, no, you can't. You can't capture Chicago. You know what? That's later. I'm not using that fan uncle. Anything else I can get in this fat uncle? These dops. You guys might be the thing. You guys might be a thing. Though I don't really have any reason to put you in fat uncles. Well, actually I do. You need healing. So get in there. And you guys can get in there too. Okay, and you guys can... Wait a minute. I was readying this fat uncle for the east, but I kind of want Nimbus in the west. Because of what I was thinking with Rambarao, I can put Nimbus in the better goof with the shield. How many fat uncles do I have so far in each area? I don't have any here. Got one here. I need some fat uncles out here. I need lots of fat uncles, actually. You can reach. Get in there. You can't reach, unfortunately. Okay, well, I don't care. I want as much as I can get there. So you're there. Okay, that's a fat uncle. Which might have been a mistake to put Nimbus in there. I could have put Nimbus, like, in this fat uncle or something. Nimbus is so much better on the ground. His stats speak for themselves. He's got 43 in melee. The fuck is he doing on a Dodai? You can't swing on a Dodai. And he's got melee skills. Okay. You can scan. Do it. You failed. Failure. I guess I'm sending him to the north. The Zakutu Seas I wanted to use down here in the east, but it just... I feel like Nimbus has been getting the... What do you call it? The short end of the stick? Is that the proper phrase? Does this entire game... You know, he wants to go and, like, stab something, but he hasn't been able to. Because of of the missions I send him out to do. Like, catch bombs in Australia and, I don't know, fly escort for a bunch of tards out here in the Atlantic. And now I was about to send him to fly escort for guys that needs to hold their position over the east coast until Norse can get in to punch fish eyes. So you're going out here. Okay, but that means I only have one fat uncle in here. We want more fatness. Man, I don't think it's happening. I got this. Well, nothing I can do with this. I mean, it's in range. Oh no, it's not. So forget it. You need to go do something else. You are, but you are carrying. You're about to carry the Cyclops team into New York. Got you guys, but oh, you know, I might be able to use these guys. Oh, you know what? No, we're worrying about the fat uncle. The fat uncle displacement right now. Okay, remember out, get on a Dodai. Who else is on a Dodai? What is this guy? Some random dude. Clamp is not on a Dodai. Clamp, you're also a melee guy. I know you were riding a Zakutu J in the cartoon, but you might get a goof early. Scan him, bro, because you can. Scan, fat uncle. Okay, I can do it this way. Like so. I was gonna use the Zakutu City. with this fat uncle, I can also get Dozo into the fight. But we need something to crush this. What other races do I have here? Oh, I got these guys. Napoli. And also got Roberto. You know, I might leave Roberto out here. Because Roberto, he's on a Shark custom, but it's a Zaku 2C. Even though I think Roberto, Napoli, and Char together, they make like a team and they get like super bonuses. But we might have to forego that bonus. Because I can't get Roberto on a Zaku 2J very easily. Let's do some finagling up here. But then I'm wasting the Zaku 2C. I also got Garma. What's Garma's story? Where's Garma? Garma was somewhere around here. What the fuck is he? There he is. Oh, Garma could traverse mountains. Okay, never mind. Garma's Zaku 2FS is awesome. I want to move you. Did I give you a stack of Desert Zaku? No. You're getting one. Yeah, it's gonna be this one because I need to move you. Wait. The only thing I have up here is the single Atsum. It's not gonna change the fact I need tanks up here. So that's where you're going. Yes. Where did you land? Sort of not in the front. Oh, you know what I could have done? Nah, too late now. I could have put the black tri-stars down here, and then the Desert Zaku up here. Because the black tri-stars, they're on Zaku 2-1s. They're custom, but like Roberto's Char Zaku 2C, they have problems just walking. So I could have used them on Dodai up here to tank for these guys. Yes, I got no choice but to bring the black tri-stars out here. Though they are a 3-man killing machine, they can take care of this stuff easily, most likely. Just afraid of this, the gun tank 2s. And they won't have any Dodai, or they won't have any Fat Uncle support. I don't think I can spare Fat Uncle for these guys. Unless I want to bring that crippled one over, but I don't think I was able to, no. Either way, where can the black tri-stars go? Yeah, they're bad traveling on terrain in general. But they can shoot at air units. I can scan something. Sure, scan away before you fly into Odessa, or not Odessa, New York. There you go. So right, this hex or this hex? I might just say fuck it to this northeast. I mean, that time isn't too hard to change positions because it can move so far. But I still want it. I just want to capture as many points away from the Federation as I can. Especially because it actually wouldn't matter as much. Just want to deny them healing stations. Because my guys are going to be defending out here. And those guys that they don't kill are just gonna fly away into these hexes to heal. The fuck are those? The fuck are those? They look like reverse jointed armored cores or something. Well, that's great. So you guys managed to bump out something new, you know, just when I decided to invade New York. Fuck you. All that means is I was doing it too slow. What the fuck are those? Do I have stats on those? Do I have intelligence intel on those? I don't see it. Ah! They've produced GM strikers. Well, that's great. That's great. Right when I was about to use melee guys to counter their gun tanks, they bring out GM strikers. And they got 200 hit points. Why did I have 200 hit points? And they got shields. And their beam spears do stupid damage. 80 times 2. You know, I was all like happy about my Xenox, my new Xenox that were able to do like lots of damage with their claws. I guess the GM Strikers can do the same. With their this monstrosity of abomination of silly beam weaponry. I always thought the GM Strikers beam spears look stupid. They got shields. Yeah, what's lame is they got shields. And they got 5 of them in here. They got 200 hit points. What is this? What was that? Gun Cannon 3. What the fuck is a Gun Cannon 3? They got 250 hit points. They got beam cannons. Not ballistic cannons. These guys got beam cannons. They could shoot out to 3 range. And they can also shoot point blank. That's fantastic. And they got 250 hit points. Every time I come in here, I shed tears of blood. Desert GMs. They got desert GMs. They got rail cannons. Any other crazy crap? You guys want to show off to me? No? No? What is this? G-Fighters. The fuck is this? It's got 160 hit points. It's got a dexterity of 26. They can dock. Got daikano, which means like they can, you know, is that the term? Docking. They can come together into a super mega. Apparently they can do that. That's great. With what? With what? Like the Gundam? Check the stats on the Gundam. Yes, they can come together with the Gundam, apparently. They got the same thing, skill. They can dock. Or they can turn into a super mega. What about the prototype Gundam? No, it's only with the regular Gundam, like in the show. I hope the AI isn't smart enough to be able to do that. Because that would make me want to stab myself. Okay, well, that's great. That's fucking fantastic. fucking fantastic. So, what am I doing? Alright, let's get the Black Tri-Stars moving out. We'll put them in the northwest. Northeast. No. And here we are, still playing around with custom Zaku ones, and while they're making, like, Super Gundams and Sheet Hacks. It's great, I'm really loving my life right now. Nope. So they came together, right? Over the... No. Where's my other Black Tri-Star? Oh, they wanted to stack with the... That's not how I wanted you to do things! Actually, that's not too bad. That means Mash can protect the Atsum for this turn. Well, I'm not exactly sure who gets initiative. I might still be able to go first. I might still be able to make the first move. No, not space. Right, so I put Rambarao and that other guy Clamp on Dodai so they can... So they can make it into Yark without being on Fat Uncles. Because I might want to use that Fat Uncle for the East. Their Fat Uncle deficient. Only got one. They got two out here. The guys in the East are crying foul. And this Fat Uncle is most likely going to be going to the West along with this one. So we probably want to use this one. But they can only approach them. That's close enough, I guess. Okay. Here. Yes. Let's see if I can get you on a thingamajig. You need to leave. You can actually capture this. Sure. This Fat Uncle. Can I put stuff on this Fat Uncle for the guys in the East? Not really. I got a Duda here. Did I have like a 2/3 stack of Zaku 2Cs in the air somewhere? Or was it this? It was this. It's useless. Useless and stupid. That's useless and stupid, but whatever. So where was that? It's half damaged. It's low on fuel. This one Dodai isn't going anywhere. This one Dodai needs to... Okay, Roberto. Roberto's riding it. He's gonna get off. And I want to see if Roberto... No, not you, sure. Right, Roberto can make it to this gun tank 2 stack. That's what he's gonna be doing. Char can get in this Fat Uncle. No, but Char needs to get in this Fat Uncle because this Fat Uncle is going to the East, as I just said. But I don't think I'm gonna be putting anything in these Fat Uncles. Oh, I can put Dops. That might happen. Do I need Dops here? I don't think so. No, I don't need Dops here. say that, but when I get close to the center, I might want to, like, blockade spots with dops. But for now, dops are more useful in the east. So we're gonna send a squadron into this. And this one single Dodai, I'm gonna give it a Zaku 2C something. The stealthy one. Or maybe, what are you? That Zaku 2C is healthier. I need healthy units because there not going to be any healing points out here except for the fat uncles that I'm going to provide them with. The fat uncles don't heal fast. Fast enough anyway. I got dudes in here. They're not fully healed. What was that one that was fully healed? This one. Okay, so you are gonna be going in here. And then you are going in here. Got room for one more unit, but I don't have another unit to put in here. So you here. Okay. Now, I was saving this one because I was wondering if I want to give these guys Dodais. Get the Desert Zaku after Dodais to give these Zaku 2Cs Dodais. So I got more guys that are moving around over the mountains. But I can't do it here. All that I can do here is think how many units I want to take out of this fat uncle to give room for Char and maybe these guys. I got Shin Matsunaga, I got Dozel. Dozel can move over mountains, so that's important. So can Shin on the Zaku 2J and Slender. Actually, freaking, what's his face? Roberto can have this, technically. Zaku 2J. Because that way I can keep Char, Apoli, and Roberto together. But then someone needs to lead the attack against these gun tanks. Do I have any generals in here? I would. I got Guineas. I got Guineas, who's a total cripple with his crappy stats. But no, I don't have anyone that's. I got Garma. Actually, I need to separate Guineas and Garma. I want Garma to take command of the guys in the sea and not Guineas. I think the game uses the highest ranking officer's aura for buffs, and I don't think Guineas provides as much buffs as Garma. I'm not exactly sure though. Garma's not great either, but his charisma is 41. Guineas is probably crippled. 31. I guess it's the blonde hair. Because you know purple hair is weird. He's got so much, he's got shitty stats. I don't have anybody up here in the north. I got... Luden was... No. Who was... No, you're a Tai. Captains and... Rombarel is... second lieutenant like guy. No. Nimbus. Yeah, lieutenant. Don't really have anybody taking command up here. See, I was wondering because I can bring Dozel in, or I can keep Dozel out, so that he can command outside, the outside guys. I also got Cuspin, I think, right? Cuspin is also a commander. Yeah. No, you know, I really think I'm gonna need Dozel's Super Axe, and he does 140 damage, 99 accuracy. I kind of want to use that. I really do, especially when I'm gonna be going up against GM strikers. So we want our Super General. So Super General and Char are gonna be going into New York together. Just who is going to come out? Which means that Shin Matsunaga needs to stay with. Actually, he doesn't really need to. Wasn't he Dozel's bodyguard? He doesn't have anything that says that he needs to stay with Dozel to gain stats. But it just, I don't know, thematic to keep them together. It's not like they're gay for each other or anything, so it's not like they're inseparable. And Shin's also got beastly melee too. He's also got melee skills. God damn it. Feels like I'm short on fat uncles. Alright, well, let's get rid of these Desert Zaku. These Desert Zaku can go off and do their shit. Yes. What is that? This is a random stack. I got Reconnaissance Zaku. I got Reconnaissance Zaku out here. Just recon like a boss. But still, I got a Reconnaissance Zaku on a Dodai. That's a waste. Do I need Reconnaissance Zaku? Actually, you know what? The Reconnaissance Zaku might be useful scanning these guys. Let's keep Reconnaissance Zaku. So I'm sorry I doubted you, Reconnaissance Zaku. Alright, so you guys can go in here. Okay, I got this gun tank too. You too. It's just one gun tank too, and it's half damage. You gotta do 75 damage with everything you got. You can do it. I believe in you. You have axes of justice. You guys can't reach. You know, I might have wanted to leave a flyer or two out here. Too late now. I got this stack of Zaku cannon that aren't doing anything. Zaku cannon. I feel like Yeah, my items go through ammo real fast, too. So, like, it really might be necessary to capture this point so I can just leave atoms on there. Or I need some kind of refueling station somewhere for my guys in the east, and this is going to be it, most likely. I think... Moles in you? I think I might give the northeast guys a stack of Zaku Cannon. That sounds like a wise decision to me. Okay. I also got these herder boom men. I think the herder was gonna move in now. Get in there. Yes. Okay. Still this. Okay, you know what? Eppley and Roberto can stay together. At least that they can provide each other a bonus. I suppose... Roberto can stay in the Zaku 2C Shard custom. Because it's still going to take a whole nother turn to put him in something else. And I already have pretty decent melee guys that are committed, that are going to be committed to striking New York. Melee guys are far more skilled than they are. Well, the Roberto is pretty skilled. Not as much as Shin though. Shin's pretty badass. He's got that full beard going. Makes a difference. Slender, what are you doing here? Slender's on a Zakuto J. Oh, you think you're awesome or something? You get to ride a Zakuto J? It's like a Gene. Okay, Gene. And Barry needs to make his way into New York. He needs to be given a herder boo. That's important. I got Akos here too. Akos. Oh, I could give Akos a goofing things. Oh, but he's a shooter. Either way, happily, Denim getting the Zakuto F. Echoes. Echoes, stay in your Zakuto C for now. Barry, just stay put. Appley and Denim. What'd I do? I don't know what the fuck I just did. First. Appley, you're getting machine guns. Then you two. I'm gonna go here. Roberto is going to lead this party. You can scan. Kinda don't like seeing Gene on a Zakuto J for whatever reason. I think Gene is too good for the Zakuto J. The fuck was he? Where was that cunt? There he is. I think there's nothing I can do. He's gonna have to stand on Zakuto J and be happy about it. He's a special. Oh, you can rally. I'm not really worried about that. I also need to I need to have some guys standing on Chicago too. Gene. Here. Slender. As much as I kind of want you on your Zakuto J, you're here. Oh, you know, in New York. So like, I need one more guy. I guess some random. I guess some random guy. Echo, some berry. You. In there. Well, you're half damaged. You. Or maybe the Zakuto F. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, the Zakuto F. Whether Zakuto C or Zakuto F makes it into New York doesn't matter, because there are no forest taxes, I don't think, in New York. Just mountains and plains. And Zakuto Fs can't cross mountains anyway, like Zakuto Cs. So I guess we'll give this stack Zakuto F. Zakuto F is twice as mobile as Zakuto C. Gene, you're still carrying bazookas. What have I done? Either way. Who's leading the stack? I want to say Roberto. I guess Roberto. I think Roberto still has the most hit points out of these guys because his Zakuto C has 90 hit points. Its maximum is 90. So even I think it's stronger, more healthy than a max HP Zakuto F, which only has 70 hit points. Or was it 70? Yeah. So I'm gonna change the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Zakuto J's have... Oh, they got 5 more hit points over the Zakuto F. Okay. So something like that. And they're gonna kill these. Like today. Okay. I got one more Zakuto F in here. Zakuto F can GTFO. Here. And any other Zakuto C. Kinda wanna leave this one crippled Zakuto C behind. It's not really serving any purpose here. So you can get the fuck out. You guys can't reach. Okay, regardless, Char, you're getting in here. And Dozel and Shen also getting in here. Space for 2 more. Maybe I shouldn't have kicked those Zakuto C's out. That was stupid. Or Zakuto F's. Nah. Nah. Okay. You guys are going in here. right? Yes. Okay. Then I'll organize the outer defenses later. Now it's this. I want a herder boo in here. Unless I want to leave him out to defend the outside. Maybe having one herder boo outside might be a good thing. Still, I'm gonna need these 4 Cyclops team guys to begin that Fat Uncle to rearm on their way to New York, which means that I need to empty at least 2 guys out of this. These Zaku 1s, obviously. By Zaku 1s, you can be like here, like. Okay, just gives room for the Cyclops team. Cyclops get in there. Right. Gailey's a melee guy, so I was saying that I wanted to give him a melee weapon. There we go. Anything else need to change? And I got... Don't I have... Where was Cuspin? Oh, they're in this stack. God damn it. Zaku Cannon needs to be armed too. Or I guess these 3 Zaku Cannon can stay out here. Ah, butts! I was slightly under the impression that these Zaku Cannon that were here weren't gonna be able to make it to this hex. And this was the hex that had the fat uncle in it. I could have brought some Zaku Cannon into New York. Oh well. Not that it really matters that much because those guys are going to be able to water anyway, maybe. Still something that I could have included in my strategy. Yeah, I don't think this herder was going to fit because I want Doan, Cuspin, and Adamski to all be getting into New York. I keep calling New York Odessa. So this one herder might be assigned to just keep artillery watch outside. It might be good to have at least one powerful artillery unit outside. Which means I got Zakutu J's in here that don't need to be in this. These are Zakutu J's that won't be making it into New York, which sucks. So one Zakutu C can leave. I'm just gonna... I'm kind of debating what weapons I should give them out here. I'm thinking about the cannons. I'm gonna give them the cannons in case some guys from California base, for whatever reason, decides to come up this way. They got something that they can shoot back with. There. Okay, and these guys, 2 Zakutu J's, are getting off, fortunately. Okay. And then which allows me to stick these 3 in here. Now I might be giving Cuspin the Zaku Cannon, like switching the Cyclops teams out of the Zaku Cannon into Zakutu J's, because the Cyclops teams can also melee on Zakutu J's. But like, but cook the Doan. The Doan. Actually, one of these guys can be on a Zaku cannon, I guess. Not really. Imagine Andy on a Doan custom Zaku 2J. That'd be kind of epic. Andy throwing rocks. If only he had rocks in Arctic Base. Could have pooned that Arctic GM. Well, either way, this is the best we're gonna get, I think. But I want Cuspin on a Zaku cannon, at least. Right, Galen needs to be on a Zaku 2J to Zaku cannon, I don't want you. I want Zaku 2Js. I want these Zaku 2Js, but I couldn't. No room. Yeah, Cuspin is a shooter. He has 37 in shooting, 22 into melee. He's better off on his Zaku cannon. He's not much of a melee person. So was Dembski. Dempsey is average all around, but he is artillery traded, so either way, have fun in New York. Let's go here. This harder boo. It needs to go around the Great Lakes to get to Chicago, so, like, yes, you are. You're like, because you can reload. Put you in the top of the stack. Okay, I think I got most of, well, most of New York done. I got all the guys that I want into New York, so next time we're gonna do a bit of cleanup. We're gonna, you know, reform our guys that are gonna be defending outside. Just like, you know, bringing these loose units in, and then I guess I'll have more other stuff to do before we go into the combat phase. So, right, all that, and maybe more, like, maybe more of me translating horribly. Next time. I'll see you then. Bye!